Blackburn
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to our channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back with a new series review. Today we're going to be reviewing
Euphoria Season 2.
Euphoria Season 2. All right, we got a lot of places we can go. So what we doing?
Let's talk about who wrote it.
Oh, it's wrote by Sam Levinson.
He also wrote Malcolm and what's her name? Malcolm and Marie. Malcolm.
I have no idea.
Marie. Malcolm and Marie. I apologize. He wrote Malcolm and Marie.
Hence the star. Zendaya.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we go ahead and start with Rue. How you feel about her?
She makes me sad. She's a sad person.
I'm gonna need you to stop sounding sad.
This is how I feel when I talk about Rue. I feel sad.
Okay, go on. Why do you feel sad?
Because she's on, this is a spoiler alert, so she's on some heavy drugs. And
Can you really stop sounding sad?
How can I not? When we're talking about Rue here. We're talking about Rue here.
I mean, we are talking about Rue. She definitely had a hard life.
Yes. I mean, she's just 17, so had a hard life sounds so weird for a 17-year-old.
Well, for her, it's a hard life. It's a lot for her because
she's dealing with a lot.
Just dealing with the loss of her father is having monumental effects.
Yes.
On top of her. Okay, so what do you think about some of the decisions that she decides to make during this?
Horrible decision making. But like I said when we were talking, I feel like a lot of her decisions are not being cohesively made because of her drug use. So it's very sad that we see how the effects of drugs, what they have on other people around you.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah. So that's Rue.
And you were just really bothered by this or whatever.
That's a hard topic.
Yeah, I mean drugs are playing a big part in who she is and the decisions that she decides to make. As you see throughout the series, or throughout this season, she's doing any and everything to get drugs. She's manipulating. She's lying. You know what I'm saying? She's lying. She's stealing. Yeah. She's pretty much doing anything.
Yeah.
And
the fact that she almost died in season 1, you would think that she would have I'm gonna get my life together, but she's not ready yet. So.
Right, and Zendaya does a brilliant job.
That's why I'm so sad because she did too good. Okay.
Playing the character, and I think I don't know if it was my best favorite episode or not, but episode 5, if I'm not mistaken, that's the one where she just really goes all in.
That was one before the finale, right? Before the finale.
No, because it was 8 episodes.
Yeah, so I think it was episode 6. 7.
No, I think it was 5.
Okay. Maybe
I don't know. You comment down below if you know which episode was when she goes completely in and she's talking bad to her mom. She's talking bad to her sister Gia. Then she finds out that Jules and Elliott are there, and she pretty much goes in on Julia, and she mushes Elliott.
Oh my God!
So she was not.
Did she mush Elliott or did she mush Fezzo?
She didn't want to mush him. She pushed Fez.
She pushed him. I know she pushed him. She put her hands on him.
Yeah, but Fez put her out.
He wrapped her up. Yeah.
Fez put her out. So. But yeah, she and here's another question you can answer. When she is going off and she's saying a lot of mean things to everyone, she's doing manipulation and she's trying to get everybody's focus on anybody else but her. She's saying a lot of mean things, and me and her kind of was going back and forth about if she meant the things that she was saying.
Right.
And so my thought process was the drugs were
enhancing.
Really, has a lot to do with the actions that she's taking or whatever the things she's doing. She's stealing and running from the police.
Oh, she ran a lot.
And doing all the stuff that she's doing. But I feel like the words that she chose to say, those were her words. Like those are thoughts that she had. And I think the drugs gave her an inability to bridle her tongue. But the fact that she was drugged up the majority of the time that she couldn't hold it.
Yeah.
So, and you felt like what?
I felt like the drugs are overtaking her thinking and her cognitive being, basically, and just causing her to say irate things that she really don't believe. That she's just letting the drugs control her body and her mind, I guess.
I know, but comment down and let us know what you think. And speaking of the whole thing with Zendaya, how do you feel about the whole? I don't know if it was quite a triangle or not, but you know what was going on between
Elliott and
Elliott, Jules, and Rue.
I think they had a good friendship. I think that was necessary to help her be able to try to get the help that she needs. That they had was really good. Jules didn't trust him at first, then she started liking him.
Right. So that was what was the irony in that? Like she really didn't like him.
Yeah.
And
he came clean and was honest with her.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing about him. Like he didn't have to do that. The fact that I guess once he got to a certain point, he was like, okay, I gotta come clean. So and he broke down. He told Jules, and then how do you think Jules felt? I think that's something that
betrayed.
How you say Jules felt betrayed?
Yes.
About the drug situation?
Yes. She felt, because she wanted to believe that Rue was telling her the truth about not being on drugs.
I don't know if I would think her feeling this betrayal. I think she's increasingly sad about it. But I was just going to say, how do you think she felt? Because obviously Rue is mad that, that he told her mom. Mm-hmm. But how does Jules feel that the fact that she had to go to her mom and tell her all this? Right. Like, I don't think that
wasn't in her plan.
That's really examined. Like what is Jules going through, knowing the fact that the only way I feel like that I can keep you alive is to basically tell your mom, and that's like
and they're teenagers, so what else does she think she what
I'm saying? But that's like the ultimate that to me, like, she knows that's the ultimate betrayal, and that's why Rue was already up in arms, but when she found out that that she told her mom, she because I think that's a bond and trust factor that you feel like, okay, like I think a lot of times friends have that level of like, okay, what we talk about is going to be between us. You're not going to go back and rat me out and tell my parents. So
yeah, but in the other sense, a true friend is going to help you any way they can.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm saying, I'm not arguing the fact of true friend. I'm just looking at how she felt, how Jules felt having to make that decision. I was feeling like she had no other choice.
Right, she was backed in the corner at that point.
And speaking of being backed into a corner, that's pretty much how Cassie felt. I keep getting them confused, but Cassie, Maddy, and Cassie, Maddy, and Nate. Yes. And their kind of triangle that they have. So how you feel about Cassie?
Cassie got issues. Cassie needs to get her life together. Cassie, I don't know. She's not happy with herself. She's not happy with her family. She's got a lot of self-esteem stuff going on, I feel like. Because you notice when she started messing with Nate, she tried to be Maddy. But if he wanted to be with Maddy, he would have been with Maddy. Be you. And that's not what she wanted to do.
I don't know if I agree entirely with that. I don't think she was necessarily trying to be Maddy.
Did you see the clothes? We didn't watch that episode again.
I did. I feel like that was almost a coincidence that she ended up dressing like her.
They were talking about it in the who was the commentator, which is Rue. When she does, when she talks.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That morning, like that was for Nate. But I don't think
it was for Nate because that's what she perceived Nate to like. Because he was with Maddy. That's how she dressed. But we gotta go back and watch.
I don't know. Y'all comment below and let me know.
Because that's not what
how y'all think. Do y'all think Cassie was trying to be like Maddy? I don't think so. I think, just like I've said about summarily when we've had this conversation about people messing with best friends or whatever, that some of the stuff that he was attracted to in Maddy or in Cassie, it was the same things that he was attracted in Maddy.
And they also said
and both of them are very impulsive. Both of them do not do a good job of handling their emotions. They both are erratic. So yeah. I don't think she's trying to be like her. I think she's just like her. It's just Maddy's more.
I think she's comfortable in her skin. She's more confident with who she is.
I'll give you that. Yeah. I'll give you that, and that's why she's almost to the point I was a bully. Like,
yeah.
so yeah. So, who do you think? Do you think Nate, or who do you think Nate is better off with? Is he about
Absolutely not. Not.
What are you
Maddy.
saying?
Definitely not Maddy, because they were toxic.
They are toxic.
So
together.
I don't know. Cassie seems like she might be a little toxic as well. So I don't think either one of them. She talking about you can have me, my whole soul, body, and spirit, and all this extra stuff. Like she doesn't want to be.
Is that toxic though? Is that toxic though?
Heck yeah.
How is it toxic?
I'm gonna change my whatever you like. That's what I'm gonna be.
Some women are like that.
That's a lot.
A lot of people view. What's the word? Submission like that way, which is why submission a lot of times has a.
I think it's a fine line though between submissive and like obsession. She's obsessed with him for one. You see how many times she called him? If a gal called you that many times, you would definitely say that.
But I think that's just her behavior. I don't necessarily think that's because I feel like she was just I can't remember her ex-boyfriend's name.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like she was just as much into him as she was in, I think
we didn't never see her spiral like that with him.
I know, because it never was to the point where,
I mean, when him and everything.
I mean, yeah, but I guess when they went through what they went through and they finally went their separate ways, they went their separate ways. But when she was in it, she was in it. And so I just think that's I don't know. I think, she was really attracted to him because he's not as thrown off by her craziness. It's like she can be that fool crazy. Like she can hang out the window. She can hang out the window and she can do all that stuff with him, and he's gonna go with it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's crazy, so
he is crazy. Speaking of that, yeah, he is. And I can't even necessarily say just him doesn't have self-reflection, but a lot of these people on the show don't have self-reflection whatsoever. But again, a lot of them are teenagers, and if we're being honest, did any of us really have self-reflection as a teenager? Wait, if we're pump the brakes,
right?
If we're being honest, the grown people have self-reflection.
Absolutely. I agree.
Hindsight being 2020. So, but yeah, a lot of the characters don't have self-reflection, but I think the thing is, and that's a hard thing, that's one thing that I said, when we are confronted or when people are necessarily trying to tell you about yourself and be like, hey, yo, you might need to not do this and not do that, how do you react? And a lot of them, they it's a trigger for a lot of them. And it's definitely a trigger for Nate. Even to the point where he's having a conversation with his mom, and his mom's trying to ease and be like, hey, what's going on? Quick question, can get it out. How do you think about Nate when he was trying to say, because they was going back and forth, and she was trying to say that you got anger issue, and he was trying to say, well, no, I was angry at my dad. So, what do you think?
As the series played out this season, I think that he might have been on to something with the I'm mad at my dad, because even when he decided to give Jules the CD back, like, he was calm once he realized and his dad left. He was like, okay, he did something crazy to get the CD, granted, but he seemed like he was trying to come in terms with his anger, with his problem. He was trying to tackle that problem that he had with his dad and to get rid of that. So I would love to see him in season 3 to see if he actually is developing or if he's still crazy.
I feel like he's still angry. I definitely.
Sometimes people can cause you to be like, when you get around that one person, though,
Yeah, but
they
if
can
I'm
have that impact on you too.
But again, you have to have some type of self-reflection. Again, and this one thing that I say in general, and this one thing, shout out to Jazzo, this one thing I try to tell her. I say you are well within your right to have emotions. You're well within your right to feel a certain way. That's not the issue. The issue is what you decide to do with those emotions. And if you look, especially when you look at Nate, and you look at a lot of these characters, even Rue, and I guess you could argue that some of the stuff she did was because she was on drugs. But nevertheless, what do you do with those emotions? You look at the characters and the decisions that they decide to make when they're making the decisions that they're making. It's a lot of it is insane. A lot of and a lot of it is like a car crash. Like, you just can't look away. Like, what are they doing?
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, one thing I think this show did really well is to set that background knowledge up, though. And so you saw why he was homophobic. You saw why he wanted his woman to be a certain way, and all of that because of what he saw as a young child. And so you kind of understand the reasons why he does some of the stuff that he does.
Gotcha. Okay, and the interesting thing about that, the main reason why he is the way he is because of his father. So I guess, he has a reason to blame him, so to speak. Because he might think that if he went the way he is, then he wouldn't end up being the way he is.
Right.
And something that this season that they did a tremendous job is giving us background on that. And they definitely gave us a background on Cal. Going back to his high school and how he was and how
mom, how he met their mom and everything.
Yes, he definitely met the mom and they had a interesting
spicy.
They had spicy to say. Is your phone ringing?
Josh,
tell them to call back. We're doing a video. Okay, so they did have a interesting relationship, but the same thing goes with his best friend and yeah.
He was in love with his best friend.
I think he was in love with his best friend.
Yeah.
And you see that those are feelings that he has been dealing with and trying to suppress the entire time.
Kinda.
And that's one thing that I did not like about Cal. He did not want to man up and take responsibility for the decision that he decided to make.
Until he got the shine.
Until he got what?
He got the spotlight. Came home and peed on the floor and told her spilled all the beans.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But even though he didn't he still wasn't taking the blame because he tried to blame them.
Everybody
basically
else
saying he's not allowed to have emotion
him.
and he's not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that. Well, like I said, you set the tone. You're the man of the house, so whatever non-communicative environment that was there was because of you.
Right.
So don't try to put it on the kids. They kids, they following your lead.
Yeah.
And by the looks of it, the wife, she was probably following your lead too. She's probably just been dealing with a relationship where there was not a lot of communication, not a lot of embracing and intimacy, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And so that's probably why she is the way she is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I agree.
So enough of him. Who else? Who do you want to get into now? You said you wanted to talk about Cat real quick.
Yeah, Cat.
I did notice. So comment down, see if you agree. I think some people felt like they did Cat wrong. She kind of was a background character, like especially compared to last season. I feel like last season she maybe got more,
shine.
As opposed to this season, she really. Outside of that, maybe one and a half episodes. Outside of that, she was kind of a background. Yeah, and I know it's hard, but
supporting friend.
And you're gonna have that when you have a show like this, and you have so many people, and so many of them have so much going on. It's gonna be hard for everybody to get a equal part, so to speak, or equal lines and storyline or what have you. Yeah. But from what she did get, she was trash. Will you agree? Disagree?
Well, I mean, the same as what we've been saying the whole time. She's a teenager, so she didn't know how to really tell the boy. She's like, he's a good boy, he's sweet. I really should like him, and she didn't remember because she came to Maddy first. Was like, I don't understand why I don't love him or I don't like him or whatever.
I'll give you that. However, she had the opportunity to. And so breaking up with somebody is not the easiest thing in the world. I'm not even
especially for a 17-year-old.
I'm not even gonna front like that. However, you had the opportunity to do that, and instead of doing that, you, like he said, you pivoted to, I got brain cancer or whatever.
I absolutely love how he was able to see right through that.
Yeah, he read you.
Yeah,
read
he
you
did.
Up and down.
He did.
And then she tried to say that he was gaslighting her when she was gaslighting him.
She tried to flip the script the whole time.
Right. Like that was trash. But yeah, like. She just needs to be honest with what it is that you like. You like what you like. Yeah. Sometimes you can't really help what you like. Yeah. And I think she want her boyfriend to have a little bit more swag, a little bit more, maybe even be built differently.
Yeah. She needs her Aquaman or somebody.
Probably. That's what she needs. Yeah, she needs Aquaman looking
man, for real.
To give her what she needs. And that's apparently what she wants. Mm-hmm. Speaking of people and what they want, let's see, who do we want to go into? Who have we not talked about? Oh, Lexi and Fez. Yes. And Lexi and Fez,
It's like the ultimate opposite attract.
Yeah, and I really like that. Lexi,
I did like that.
Yeah, Fez wanted him a little piece of Lexi, but Fez is a total gentleman though.
Yes, he is. He's a nice. If you think about Fez in the whole season, he is a helpful person.
Now you talking about you was sad about Rue. I'm sad about Fez. I was really emotionally let down because of what happened to Fez.
Man,
if you look at him, like I say, he will help anybody.
Anybody.
You look at the
take
dude,
up for anybody.
The dude. I don't even know his name, but the dude's girlfriend. She pretty much stayed there. He didn't have any
free.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have no requirements or whatever. You let her stay there. Like
he's
really
a good friend.
He's really
he cut her off.
He's really a stand up guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. He did cut her back out and still let her back in.
Yeah.
And so I hate that what happened. And
hopefully,
I don't know. I do not know. And Ash, I mess with Ash, but he
didn't even have lines.
He did, but he didn't.
Ash didn't talk. He's just
a man of action. He about that. I'm about that action, boss.
That's all
that's straight Ash.
That is.
And he just needed to tone it down the tanks, man. He just. Once he like I'm not once he like know that you see the real thing though, you really gotta respect him.
You got to get
because
a
lot of these people,
they all about that.
No, I'm saying no, but they don't be
action.
No, but I'm saying they are mess with you, but they really don't be messing with you.
What I'm
you know what I'm saying? So they'll play the part. They act like they cool and they not really cool. You know what I'm saying? They'll call or text you sometimes, but then other times not. Ain't like that with Ash. Once Ash like seeing that you own, like that you own, you know what I'm saying? That you ain't on the up and up. It's a wrap. Go. That's how he end up off and dude try to come at Fez a certain way. Took the hammer, block. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? The minute he figured out dude was on that BS, took the razor blade, it's a wrap. So I really hate, and then the fact that he was gonna throw away his whole life. I mean, and I love the background that they got on him. You know what I'm saying? That you seen his granny, and his granny was a straight up G. You hear me? Like she was a straight up G. She done busted up into the strip club. Boom. You know what I'm saying? She put his granddad put his hands on Fez, and she was like pop pop. You know what I'm saying? Wow. He was, you know what I'm saying, enjoying some extracurricular activities. She ain't care about none of that. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? She popped him, pop, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of here.
So funny.
You finna come stay with me, and we out of here. She taught him everything it is to know about the game. Like, kudos to Granny, she was a G, and kudos to Fez. Like, he's a straight up G. He's a straight up gentleman.
Yes.
And I'm really mad about how things ended up with him. And if they do a season 3, from the rumors I'm hearing, they are gonna do a season 3. It's just supposed to be not anytime soon.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do with his character?
Are they gonna get him out? Is he gonna stay in? What are they gonna do?
I did think about that too, because if you get him a good lawyer, he can
get out.
He can do it, because I mean, you don't want to throw him under the bus, but
the
fact that he's dead now, so it don't matter now.
Like he gonna spend life in prison.
Right, exactly right. So you can throw him under. You can throw him under the bus now. He did it. I told him not to. I was trying to. Right.
Yeah, I was trying to
take up for him. I didn't want him to do that. He did it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to listen. That's why I was screaming the whole time. So yeah.
Right.
He
got an alibi.
So so we talked about Fez, so let's talk about his love interest, Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Lexi?
Lexi is an observer. Lexi has been watching all these people in the cut, so she can do this play.
She was watching the show. She could do a play.
Yeah.
That's not why. I think
she's just an observer. Period. Yes, but she took what she observed to make a play.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I don't think that was.
Exactly.
Ooh, she was a storyteller. Yes, she was. She told everybody's story.
Honestly, she's arguably the smartest person in
is.
Period. Like, she's the person. I feel like I don't know. You could argue either way, because I would say she controls her emotions the best. Yeah. However, I could see the argument where I feel like, well, no, she doesn't, because she just freezes and doesn't make the necessary moves that she needs to make. So
I love their mom. Their mom is hilarious.
I was gonna get to the moms later,
but I just wanted to say that while we're talking about, because she rides for Lexi too. She knows the talent.
No, she's just a mom. Like we'll get to her. Yeah. We'll get to her. But Lexi, she's super talented. You know, like she said, she has lived her life as someone who's been in the shadow. Like I said, with having a sister like Cassie, and
it's really pretty. Got the boobs.
And I was kind of riding for Cassie for a moment, and then she took that all away. Where I was just like, forget you, Cassie.
Oh my gosh, I can't see how you was riding with Cassie.
I wasn't really riding with her. I was understanding.
Sitting in the bathroom in the tub for 45 minutes.
I was understanding her. I was understanding her point of view, but she just didn't want to keep it real, and that's
absolutely
that's what. And sorry, Lexi, like we're putting you in the background now. But that's what it was. Like, I think she didn't want to be honest about what it was. Like, she kept trying to do tit for tat. Like, well, technically they wasn't together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to say that I did it while I was together, right?
And all that.
Like, it's just like it is what it is. Like, just be like, because I honestly, because to me, why I was not siding with her, but I understood her was she didn't. It wasn't her intentions. My thing is all about intentions. Her intentions was not to mess with Nate. She never had any intentions on messing with Nate. But they had a wild night. They both was being crazy. Like I said, she was
hanging out the window. Can you just say she was hanging out the window?
No, because that's what she was doing.
Oh my gosh! It looks like you want to do that.
No, heck you no. Do not want to do that. But she was doing that, and they vibed out that night. And after that, you know, she caught a vibe from him, and that was there. But then you didn't want to keep it 100 about what it was. But anyway, back to Lexi. She's brilliant, and her ability to put this into play. I mean, just like Ruth said, it'll probably shape. You know what I'm saying? In addition to some of the other things, they really played a part in saving her life and her being able to
see her on screen and see, well, not on screen, but at a play.
Yeah, see yourself on the outside looking in and being able to just look at situations and maybe gain a better sense of knowledge and understanding about everything that she's went through. Like, I didn't think she didn't give it a lot of thought. She just knew that she had these feelings and I don't want to feel like this, so I'm going to do this so I cannot feel like this. So I don't have to...
Just numbing the pain, basically.
Exactly. But not looking at it from that, from that lens, it gave her a better perspective and be able... Once you have perspective, you can have a better understanding.
That's true.
So...
She was a good friend of Zendaya.
Yeah. Yes, she was. She was. So is that everybody?
Can I go back to say one thing about
Elliott? No, we didn't talk about Elliott, but go ahead.
I know it was kind of sad about Ruth, but this girl not only was like the junkie friend, and she was actually a narrator too. So that's a whole different side. She's able to tell everybody's story in the so eloquently throughout this whole series.
That's another thing to make this season just dope. The ability to be that, to break her ability to break the, like I said, breaking the fourth wall.
Yes.
And being the narrator. And
she's so good.
Yeah, Zendaya, she's
gonna get some more. She
gotta get something.
Right.
Before you better get something. Whenever award season is, because normally it's like later on or whatever, but whenever they get it, like they gonna have to get something.
They got a record.
Because they killed that.
Yeah, they did. So Elliott.
Yeah, we did talk about Elliott.
We talked about
Elliott. Did we?
We talked about
him.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that song he wrote for Ruth. Oh my gosh.
I just seen something where they was talking about fans didn't like the song. Y'all fans are trash.
I cried on the song. Listening to those words that he said about her,
and I'm not a big fan. And we came late to the Euphoria party, so I don't know anything about him. I don't know if he's a singer or nothing in real life. Comment down below if you know if he is. But I thought it was a dope song.
It was a dope song. The world,
true lyrics,
people hating.
True lyrics. They might have. Yeah, I don't know, but a dope song, definitely fit with the moment. Kudos to Elliott. He probably. I don't know, like it's Elliott, Fez, and Lexi. Like those are the top characters.
People.
Those are the best people. You know what I'm saying? And Elliott for making the decision and just being like, "Yo, like I gotta say something. Like I can't just sit here and not and allow this." And so and I guess. He like, I don't know. I was interested in seeing where that was gonna go. I thought they was about to get into some triangle action.
Oh my
because because they was playing truth or dare, and then Ruth just had to ruin it. You ruined it, Ruth. But it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see where things are gonna go. With that, especially with friendship or whatever. But yeah, kudos to Elliott. We'll go real quick into the moms and then we'll bounce on out of here. Before moms, let's go with Gia.
Gia, that's what I was going to say.
And then we'll go into the moms.
She always does a good job on screen, period.
Yes, she does, yeah.
But she really killed that sister. I care about my sister. I love her, but she really is pissing me off. She really killed that. So
she did.
I loved it.
She did.
Yes.
She did. Yeah.
I kind of summed it up, right?
You did. And so I'm interested in seeing, where her career is continuing to go. Storm Reed, she killed that role, and as she continues to grow as an actress, I can't wait to see what she does in the future.
Yeah.
I cannot think of his name, and I'm sure you did not write it down.
You talking about the guy?
The guy that's in Candyman.
Yes, Candyman guy.
Shout out to him. I cannot think of his name, but I like him as almost like a father figure, you know what I'm saying? Or that male figure that is needed for him being there for Ruth.
And I think he kind of had a little something for Mama too, a little bit.
I think his mama had a little something for him. Because look, if you know, because remember the first time she met him, she was like, he's cute. Second time, did you see like how she had her hair down or whatever? That was the cutest she's been the entire episode, the entire season.
She said, I gotta get together.
No, I'm saying she was trying to catch her. She was trying to catch something. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was looking good. Mama, you was looking good. You know what I'm saying? I can't even front. You was, you know what I'm saying? You were looking a little pretty good. But her dealing with the stuff. Shout out to Rue's mom. I don't know if you wrote that down or not. We did a horrible job of that. We'll go ahead and have her name.
So many people. Right there.
But yeah, there's a lot of people here. But her just going through the ordeal and just her displaying just so many emotions and the emotions of this is my child and I really want to kill her, but I gotta do what's best for her. I gotta help her. Just dealing with those emotions and just dealing with those emotions, and it was heart wrenching. Heart wrenching. But yeah, shout out to her and shout out to Lexi and Cassie's mom.
Oh, I love her.
She was the epitome of the comic relief the entire season.
And
she always had something else. And she's so this is the thing, but she moms are intuitive anyway and are able to pay attention to, you know what I'm saying, so much, be looking this way and be like, hey, put that down, you know what I'm saying? But the way she just paid attention, like even she was on what was going on with Cassie before anybody else was. She was on the phone or whatever, and somebody was like, oh yeah, she's just she's single or whatever. She was like, those aren't the emotions of somebody single.
Right.
She is on it.
She's on top of it.
And the way she was able to pick up on.
She was like, hide them knives, cause
I
don't got time to be playing with Cassie.
Right, at all.
Put
The way she was.
She's like, I told you.
The way she was on everything, on every page,
and she tried to keep the girls together. She's like, y'all, let's talk about this later. We here for this intervention.
Yes. So. And shout out to Nate's mom. Like she, I guess she almost had an awakening where that maybe it was like a breath of fresh air for her, just dealing with Cal. Because I almost feel like in the back of her head, she probably knew something.
Yeah, she gotta know something.
So she probably knew that something was going on with Cal, or that, like I said, probably was no intimacy in their relationship. And, and like she said, I used to be fun. I used to be hot. Like I'm dealing with him suppressing a lot of stuff. She probably didn't get any of that attention, and she probably knew that there's something going on. So she's probably relieved. And I just hope that, later on that somehow Nate can open up to her and take the discipline, that the way she talks, and her being able to, know what's going on and know what's best for him, and just try to be there for him, as opposed to when she says anything about, what you can work on or whatever, he ready to fight. He ready to choke. And then she being honest about knowing that you choked her, which you did.
Yes.
And then he want to be like, oh, but I didn't choke. He didn't choke her, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm not going crazy, but yeah. So yeah,
can I say one more thing about one more person this is an off-character person. She's not on there that much, but that plug, I like how they made the plug a female, and she was a boss, and she was so calm. Like even when she was dealing with Rue, and she told her she didn't have her money.
Oh, that's another
she
thing.
was so good. Oh my gosh.
They go to a season 3 like what?
She about to get Rue. Rue better get her money together. You better have that lady money, because she's the calm before the storm person that you scared of. Right.
She better get on money.
Because that lady
she better get
will
on money.
mess her up. Like, I feel like, I'm calm.
Yeah.
And I'm going to calmly cut you up into like a million
Peace.
Right.
Peace.
And I ain't even going to flinch when I do it. I'm scared of that lady.
Man, like, for sure.
That's all I'm going to say. She's a small character, but she made a massive impact, though.
Hey, you know what? I feel like I'm missing something, or I was gonna say something or whatever, but oh well. I guess chalk it up. Do we? I don't think we have any. I mean, we had little dislikes here and there with certain things the characters said or did or whatever, but yeah, because then we kind of dissected everyone. So let's get to our favorite part of the video: the ratings.
I'm rating it an A+. A+ for me. I couldn't wait till Euphoria came on.
Okay, and why do you give it an A+?
I mean, the acting, the color, the way it was beautifully shot, everything, the scenes, the passion, the feelings that it gave me while I was watching it, all of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it an A+ as well.
Yay!
Euphoria season 2. It's giving passion, it's giving learning from mistakes, it's giving showing the consequences of certain things, because there was a certain organization that tried to say that Euphoria was glorifying, drug culture or whatever, but if you look at Rue's life and you've seen what Rue was going through, it was nothing close to glorification of drugs. It definitely gives you a straight in the face what goes on. And for those people that have those kids, it's definitely a conversation piece. Having those teenagers or those up and coming, teenagers, I'm sure they're watching the show, and I'm sure this is a conversation piece where you actually can take the time to talk to your youngers, and even the older kids in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a conversation piece. Like she said, it's beautifully shot. The acting is top freaking notch.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The background information that they were able to give, like, this is an excellent show.
Absolutely.
All right, so if you want to go ahead and do us a favor, definitely hit that thumbs up button. We definitely appreciate it, and it gives the opportunity for more people to see our videos. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, help us out. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You definitely be able to see more videos like this one here. And if you want to go ahead and do us another favor, go ahead and hit that button. It's kind of shaped like a bell. If you go ahead and hit that, you'll be able to get a notification every time we drop a new video. And if you want to go ahead and do us one more favor, go ahead and comment down below. And what should they comment? Well, we said a lot of things that they should comment.
Yeah, they did. We did.
I don't know. We just said a whole bunch of stuff. Just tell us about Euphoria. Did you like Euphoria?
What you think about it.
What do you think about Euphoria? Did you like it? Did you love it? What characters did you like? Did you hate? Let us know. Blow up the comments. We appreciate every single one of you. And I guess we'll holler at you. Peace.